thank you for joining us. First of all, could you tell me what sustainability means for you?
So the classic definition of sustainability is where our generation can maximize on its resources, but without stopping future generations from doing the same. Another way to look at that, I think, is finding the right outcome for people, planet, and profit. So I personally really like that. So people doing the right thing by people and communities, doing something for the planet or for the environment, so having a positive impact for the environment, and then profit, so creating value either for the people that do it or for the people that are going to be living, in our case, in the kinds of homes that we're building.
How important is sustainable development for cities like London and across the world?
I think sustainable development it's crucial. It's so important. I can't stress it enough. If you think of a city like London, but think of any big city, Sao Paulo, Tokyo, New York, Beijing, any city, massive issues around traffic, air quality, water shortage, fuel poverty, you name it. And so really thinking things through in a really holistic way, so finding ways where people can live and have transportation, or where the kind of waste you create is all thought through in a sustainable way is crucial. And so I think it's paramount to everything.
In terms of sustainability, in terms of eco-living, solar power for London especially, solar power or wind energy, what are we going for?
So I think the way to answer that is the first thing we're trying to do is reduce the energy demand. So provide homes that use very little heating, that allow for hot water to be produced in a low intense way. And only once you've kind of answered that question should you worry about, well, how am I going to produce my energy? The challenge in inner cities with solar, especially in the UK, is it's limited with the amount of sunlight you get. So we're experimenting with lots of integrated solar facades on towers and see how much of the building's energy we can generate that way.
Okay. In terms of your approach to this, you mentioned in your talk a triple jump approach. What do you mean by that?
So for me, the triple jump is my way of explaining that you can't have sustainability cost more. So you can't build a normal house and then pile a solar panel on the roof and say it's going to cost the same. So the only way you can get more sustainability in for the same price is if you think things through a little bit different. So the triple jump is you do something that has, that's the first step, and then that has some kind of saving or impact, and that allows you to then invest in something else. So the example I gave is we're building a lot out of timber rather than concrete and steel, so even 12 or 15 story towers. And timber allows you to have a much better fabric profile, so energy efficiency, so you don't need radiators or heaters, and then you can use the savings from that to invest, for example, in toilets that use bath and shower water to flush the toilets.
I mean, reusing bath and shower water seems like a logical solution. It's amazing that it hasn't been done for years. I mean, is it expensive to convert an already working toilet into one that would use reused water?
It is expensive because you need to put in a piece of equipment that deals with capturing the water, and you need to filter it and things like that. But you're right. When you think your average Londoner uses about 150 litres of water per person per day, and less than 2 litres of that is actually you drinking it. But we produce all the 150 to that level of purity, and it's a crazy thing when you think about it. Wash your car with water that's that pure. Yeah.
And also, obviously, there are some people that don't have access to clean drinking water, and it just seems like a massive waste. With regards to London, a lot of people would think that making much more low-cost housing would be more beneficial since the population is growing almost exponentially every year. So how would you combat skeptics like that?
Yeah, that's a very complicated question. So I think you're right, we need to provide affordable housing, but not ghettos of affordable housing. So I think one of the lessons learned is how can you mix private and affordable and social housing in a way that you create more of a mixed community. The second thing is also not everyone has to always buy their house. So I originally come from Germany, and I think most Germans don't buy a house till they're in their late 30s. And so to be a 20-year-old and have this pressure that you have to buy a house and you take out a 95% mortgage would create so much stress for me. I'd feel like I have a knife at my throat the whole time, and if I ever lose my job or if I ever want to change careers, it's not always investing in something that automatically is the right thing to do. So it's a very complicated question that I think a lot of people are trying to grapple with.
Well, thank you very much for your time.